217,000 followers on Instagram, 72,000 followers on YouTube, over 14 million views on YouTube, 1.6 million followers on TikTok, and over 45 million likes. There's no way to count the views. I don't have a way to count the views on TikTok.
Write them all down. But so I just shared this recipe that I thought was cool, and it blew up. I think it's sitting at like 5 million views. That took me from like 10K to 80K, and I'm like, oh shit, like this is dope. And people are like, can you make this like Nuka-Cola? Can you make Nuka Quantum? Can you make this, and that? And so I like started looking up recipes, and there were none. I'm like, if I make these recipes, I'll be the first one. And so that's what I did, and people loved it.
Welcome to the DV Podcast, where we bring on inspiring and entertaining guests from all walks of life. On today's episode, we have Jason Puckley, also known as the Sin City Bartender. This guy has skyrocketed his social media profiles with over 1.5 million followers on TikTok, hundreds of thousands between Instagram and YouTube, and he's really mastered the art of social media content creation. So enjoy, take notes, and let's dive in. So dude, I want to know, who's Jason? Are you Sin City Bartender Jason Puckley? Like what?
That's me.
Who is that guy?
I'm just the dude who is such a nerd, and it has actually turned out to be making money because of you. So as great as all my knowledge of video games and all the pop culture references, it's kind of nothing if you don't want to share any of it. So,
well, dude, what do you think? So, do you got? I had to write these down. I couldn't remember. 217,000 followers on Instagram, 72,000 followers on YouTube, over 14 million views on YouTube, 1.6 million followers on TikTok, and over 45 million likes. There's no way to count the views. I don't have a way to count the views on TikTok.
Write them all down.
probably over 200 million views on TikTok or more.
Yeah. So what I actually started doing sometime last year, or the year before, I started using Sin City Bartender as a hashtag on all my videos. And before you post a video, when you're selecting hashtags, you can see how many views that hashtag has. And assuming that is 99% of my videos, no one's using the Sin City Bartender hashtag. I think I'm at like 250 million or 300.
Dang, dude.
Since I started it, too.
So you're a viral sensation.
Yeah, that's what they say. You know?
So, dude, what do you think the future of TikTok looks like? Is it gonna be banned?
It's so weird right now. I would be okay if they banned TikTok if Instagram and Facebook hadn't pulled their creator fund away, because they are so confident that it will get banned. Because they've been lobbying pretty hard behind the scenes to make sure it does happen, because they're losing out. Like, at the end of the day, they are not able to compete with it. So to get it banned is great for them, but it's not really good for creators, because they're going to lose out on a lot of money.
So the TikTok creator or Instagram creator fund is basically they give you an allotted amount of money that you can get in a month, depending on how many views you get.
So it's a little different from YouTube, because they share the money they make like every month. I don't know, whatever YouTube pulls in. Based on what percent of views you had of that total, that's what you get paid out. And Instagram, it's more of, if you get this many views, this is what you'll make.
Now, I know that they throttle it. They say like your first views will get more.
Yeah.
But for me, every month, the most I could earn over the last, I've had it every month for probably 8 months. The most I could earn was $1,200. How much was yours at?
Well, I got really upset. They took it away in January, and my page collectively got about 8 million views. And I'm like, wow, that's
in January?
Yeah, in just January.
What was your cap though? Before that,
they would take it away anytime I hit 600. I would get kicked out of the fund.
Every $600?
Yeah.
Oh wow! So they would like let you earn, and then they'd be like, "Oh, you're earning too much."
You know what? Your content isn't original. That's what they tell me, and they said I was stealing it from somewhere without adding enough value to it. And I appealed it, and they're like, "Our engineers are working really hard on this," and I'm like, "Thanks." And then they said the fund's not coming back, so. Or they're pausing it.
Yeah, it's frustrating, especially a lot of people that like that $500, $400 or $500 like is like literally the make or break between being able to do this as a full-time thing or not.
Well, especially they were paying out so much too that I'm sure there were some creators that was probably their only source of income for a minute, because you almost Like if I would have been able to rely on it, I wouldn't have needed any brand deals. I would have just needed Instagram. Yeah.
So what is what was the concept of, let me make like cocktails, but make them with like video game inspired stuff and pop culture? Where did that even come from?
Well, so obviously, I'm a huge nerd, but during COVID, I was making these drinks.
You hear that, ladies? He's a huge nerd.
During COVID, we stocked up on all those videos for that road trip that never happened. And so I had all this content. I'm like, these are cool. But everyone's posting cool drinks right now. Like, what's going to set it apart? So I started looking at video game drinks because who doesn't fucking love video games? And so I found this Fallout drink on a website called The Drunken Moogle, which they have basically kickstarted my career. I actually reached out to the guy who formerly ran the blog. I don't think they've posted since 2018 or something. But I was like, dude, you kind of made my career. But he never replied. But so I just shared this recipe that I thought was cool, and it blew up. I think it's sitting at 5 million views. That took me from 10K to 80K, and I'm like, oh shit, this is dope. And people are like, can you make this Nuka-Cola? Can you make Nuka Quantum? Can you make this and that? And so I started looking up recipes, and there were none. I'm like, if I make these recipes, I'll be the first one. And so that's what I did, and people loved it. So
interesting. So you actually listened to your audience?
Yeah, I listened to my audience. They honestly, TikTok at that time was introducing so many new features. They just started doing the reply to a comment with videos, and people loved that. They'd be like, "Oh, make this." I'd reply to their video or reply to their video with reply to their comment with a video, and yeah. That's probably what really kicked it off, was definitely listening to the viewers and just being the only one that was doing it.
Kind of a lesson I'm just mentally, personally getting from that is when platforms release new features, use them.
Yeah, you have to use them. Even if you don't like them, you have to use them. Especially TikTok really, they've come out and said that they heat accounts. They will heat your account if you're...
What does that mean?
So they're essentially just boosting your video to get more views without you paying or without it being on the record. So they came out and said that they heat videos.
I still don't fully understand. So it's fake views?
No, but so let's say, I don't know, whenever your content was coming to the end of its viral cycle, nobody really knows why, right? It just stops getting pushed. It's not getting as many views. It's not retaining the audience. When your video is being heated, it's okay that it's not retaining that audience. It's still going to be pushed to more people.
So basically they select videos that they'll just show to people anyways?
Yeah. So if your account is in good standing, you're going to keep getting views no matter... I mean, if it's a terrible video, that's not going to happen. But if it's a solid video, it's just going to keep going regardless of the bad feedback it gets.
Interesting. Speaking of bad feedback, you seem like a guy that loves to troll your trolls.
I love it. I'm a terrible person. I'm always going back and forth in the comments with people, and then they'll be like, occasionally people come back and they're like, oh, you're actually they'll ask another question, and I'll reply in a totally different way. And they're like, oh, you're so nice. You're mean the other day. And I'm like, oh, shit. I don't know. Did you say something stupid? And they're like, kinda. And I'm like, well,
Dude, what do you aren't you scared someone's going to show up at your house with a pickaxe? And
I'm waiting for the day. I always say that no one has ever kicked my ass. It's got to happen eventually.
It's going to be a 12-year-old from TikTok that's like, dude, you were mean to me in the comments.
I'm waiting for the day. I really am.
So to have that many, over 250 million tracked views, you probably had more before that. So 250, 300 million views. You're posting a lot. What's your cadence look like right now? How often?
I still post 2 videos every day.
Across all platforms?
Yep. At least.
Okay.
If I can't, sometimes if, yesterday I posted an additional video of my cat. So I posted 3.
And that one probably didn't work so well.
That was the best one. Unfortunately, because everyone is an expert on social media. So my cat, love my cat, named after a Zelda character, Din. He was panting because he's a super hyper ginger cat. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, he's not okay. He has anxiety, this, and that. And I'm like, he's just tired because he was jumping around like a maniac.
Oh, so they were mad at you. They're like,
yeah, they were mad at me.
Animal cruelty.
Yeah, I probably have PETA on the way. You're not taking care of it. You should take him to a vet. It's wild.
So 2 posts per day. What does the workflow look like to create that much content? That's what, 14 posts per week?
Yeah. And so on Instagram and Facebook, I also post a photo with recipe cards. So that's 3 posts a day on those socials. Essentially, like a day like today, I was actually kind of bored. I just went and started filming some Mario drinks. And usually I can knock out about, I want to say, so I post every day that I post, it's just one piece of content, if that makes sense, split into 2 or 3 different posts. So if it's a photo of the drink, sharing how to make it. Later is a video how to make it, and later on is another video of how to make that drink non-alcoholic. So in a day when I'm recording, I can record probably 30 to 40 videos. But
Wow.
it's only 15 to 20 unique pieces of content, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So I'm working hard, but I'm working smarter.
How do you do the workflow from idea to creating the content to shooting it to editing it to posting it? Like, take me through that whole process.
Ooh. So I am a planner. Like, I plan super far in advance. So all my drinks are planned until Christmas at the moment.
Next Christmas?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah. So
that's amazing.
What I kind of did was looked for big releases coming through
Dude, that's
the year.
like 8 months out.
Yeah.
9 months out.
And I could keep going. I just, I don't need to. I need to relax. But so essentially what I do is I look at all the big releases and big video games, big movies, big TV shows, anything that's going to come out, I want to cover it because that's what people are going to be talking about. So like I was saying, Mario's coming out, or I was making Mario drinks. The Mario movie comes out on April 5th. So I'm going to have 5 drinks to go before and after the movie because people are going to be talking about it. Chris Pratt is kind of a hot topic at the moment. People love to hate
He's
him.
kind of hot, period.
He's a good looking man.
I'm stoked to see the movie, dude. I
think it's gonna be
not
great.
stoked about movies, but
Yeah.
it's going to be cool.
And plus, they just opened the Super Mario World in Universal.
Yeah.
I got to go there soon. So, but so anyway,
Dude, speaking of Universal, I'll have to tell you about a way for you to go all access with no lines, unlimited food. You may know about it based on your reaction.
No.
And dude, you literally walk up to the stand, they hand you the food, and you just pick it, and you don't have to pay or anything. Every single stand, literally, there's like 200 people in the entire park. I can't tell you on here, but I'll tell you after, and it's the same cost. It's only $50 more than a regular ticket.
Okay. I'm all about that.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, so I'm like seeing what comes out throughout the year, and I'm super excited for April because, like I said, that's Mario and Demon Slayer is coming out with a new season. It's one of the hottest animes. Because of all these drinks, I have become an anime nerd. Like, I had never watched anime, unless you count Pokemon. And now I have, like, every time I'm on the treadmill, I try and watch an episode of a new anime that's coming out. Just to get a, feel of the characters and try and figure out what's going on and not be fake making these anime drinks. So I researched throughout the whole year. I find out what's going to be hot, and I plan 8 to 10 drinks. And from there, I usually want to plan out – I get ideas, right, for all those different themes that are going to be out throughout the year. But I don't necessarily create the drink yet. I just have a general idea of what I want to do. And then let's say it's about to be April. I'm going to start – getting those recipes together. So I have it listed. I want to make Donkey Kong. I want to make Wario. I want to make Mario. But I don't really know how I'm going to do that until the month comes. And then I start writing down what I want to try, make sure I have all the ingredients readily available, and then I start filming. So today I plan to make a Mario and Luigi style Long Island drink. And I'm like, this is going to be super easy. I bought all the Monster I needed, all the sour mix, all the alcohol. I'm ready to go. And it's just not floating how I wanted it to. I wanted this to be like distinctly blue on the bottom, red on top, green on top for Luigi, blue on the bottom. And I poured it up and it sucked. Like Mario turned purple, Luigi just looked blue. And I'm like, shit, like, what am I going to do? But I have like backup ideas. And so I have enough ingredients because I expect to mess up that I'm ready to go and I make it work and I still got what I wanted eventually.
You're not just like a content creator. You're almost like a chemist, like coming into
No,
the kitchen.
honestly, it's crazy because especially with the density, like that is so important. People don't realize they like a lot of times at home, people are like, I can't make this drink. I can't get the layers right. This and that. And then my first question is always, well, did you have any ice in it to start? And like ice keeps drinks separated, but most important is density. So if you have something really sugary, it's always going to sink to the bottom. And that's the best way to create layers.
So you shoot the video. Now, let's say in one day you'll shoot how many videos?
A maximum of probably 40.
Oh, is that all?
I mean, so I kind of changed it a little bit. I work a little bit harder on my setup now. When I was just filming them on my little bar, whatever you want to call it, bar setup, I wouldn't worry about the background at all. It was just I had the bottles there, had the drink. I would go through at least 60. I was ready to go. And I was more paranoid about it then. Like I was super into like the sound of like the liquor pouring out of the bottle. So my AC would be running in the summertime. And so what I would do is I'd get ready for one day of filming, turn off the AC so that it wasn't buzzing while I was recording. And it would get to like 90 degrees in my apartment. I'm just shuffling through drinks all day. And that's when I was a little chunkier, so it was a sight to see.
Oh, dude, that's crazy. Wow. So if you can create that much content, why don't you just post like 10 times a day?
I honestly think it's kind of overwhelming as much as I do post right now. I could post more, but I just don't think the average person wants to see even their favorite person more than 3 times a day. Realistically, I think Instagram, they just released new guidelines for what they want to see from creators in going forward, and they asked for twice a day. And a lot of people are upset, and I'm like, well, I got 3 times, so I'm good.
Oh, minimum twice a day.
Yeah, yeah, and I do think it could be more, but realistically, I just don't think it needs to be more.
Okay, so how do you handle post-production? If you got 40 videos you created today, for example, what happens after you shoot it?
All right. So first thing I do is I chop all the videos up and I get them. I like pre-edit them, if that makes sense. I chop everything up so that the files are much smaller. I get rid of, the time it takes me to like run to the fridge and grab an ingredient. So by the time I chop these all up and before I color correct them, they're like 30 seconds instead of being, 5 minutes. So I chop everything up. I color correct it, and then I do the final edits, and then I do a voiceover as well, and then I start getting ready to schedule things.
Are you doing everything from your phone, or are you using like Adobe or After Effects? Okay, you're using Adobe Premiere?
Yeah.
Do you have like presets you're using for color grading, or are you?
No, I thought about it, but all the colors on the drinks are so different. There's not even really a basic starting point.
So you'll just manually adjust the color until you like it?
But I run through it now, so we're good. Because I change my backlighting a lot. Like, if it's a Pokemon drink and the Pokemon's red, I usually do a red backdrop. And then if it's blue, I do a blue backdrop. So it does have to change. And then, of course, the drink in the foreground, it does change colors too. So it's not worth having the preset, in my opinion. I mean, it could be. I don't know what I'm doing.
So on that, like you've developed a lot. It sounds like you're constantly evolving, but it sounds like just like 2 to 3 years ago, you're just a guy with a phone.
Yeah.
So for someone who's just starting out, maybe they're like new and they want to create content. They have no idea what color correcting even is.
Right.
Like, what's the starting point in today's day and age?
Unfortunately, you just have to record. Like, it doesn't matter how shitty you think that video is. Post it, and if you have a good base, people will be there. They'll, like, if anything, you'll get engagement because people are like, oh, I want to see this better from you. Like, I want to see you add more audio or get a better song, do a voiceover. They'll tell you what they want to see if you have a good base. Honestly, you just have to listen to what people want.
Wow. So then, do you think it's possible to grow today, or do you think that social media is saturated?
I think it's saturated, but at the end of the day, if you have something interesting, people are going to want to see it. It doesn't really matter how many people you have to climb over to get there. If you're interesting, you're going to be there.
Is it better than bartending?
Oh, yeah, dude. I honestly, I don't know. And I would love to have a spot where I could have people come visit and ask for drinks, but if people weren't coming to see me and I was just a regular bartender, no, I do not ever want to go back. I'd like to be, one of my friends called it star tending.
Oh, cool.
And it's like, yeah, well, let's just have you like bartend like once a week or something, or not even like once a month, and have people come out. And I'm like, that would be fun. But I don't think I could like go and grind it out ever again.
What are you doing to monetize your audience? We talked a bit about brand deals. You talked a bit about creator funds. What's the whole package of monetization look like?
Mostly brand deals and creator fund for me. As much as I would love to make money off my audience, I don't really have a product right now that I feel that wouldn't be like so many people love to just like throw out merch and put a time limit on it. Like, hey, we're going to stop selling this in 24 hours so that people like think, oh my gosh, I only have 24 hours, and they buy it. And it's actually like worth nothing. And like, it doesn't really provide value. Like, yes, they are supporting their favorite creator, but I really haven't decided a way to make money off my audience directly at the moment.
So what are you doing then? This is your full-time thing, or are you working other stuff? Like what?
So I would say 75% of my income is from brand deals and the creator fund. And then the other 25% is like helping out another like I have a client that I do their social media for. They're like a club crawl company. And so I help out with what they do.
So with that, then do you think that there's like an algorithmic secret? Like if you were to drop everything you had today, like you started with literally nothing, do you think that you could reinvent it?
I think I definitely could. I think especially, if it were up to me, I would love to go back and redo it, because I know all of what I know now. I feel like I could have even capitalized more on what I had, but I still think by like the same flip of the coin, I still have what I have now, and I'm capitalizing on it. So I think, I don't know, that's a tough question. I definitely think I could rise at the ranks again. I don't think it'd be difficult at all.
So there is, it's more knowledge, and like actually like there's some kind of formula for it.
Yeah, you definitely, you have to like polish your content to where it needs to be. But that's just stuff you're going to learn as you go through it. There's no way to know everything. Like I just saw, a podcast of Mr. Beast, and he's talking about like, I thought my first 500 videos were great. And I always think like today, I'm sure that it's the best content I've ever filmed. And then a week from now, I'm like, why did I do that? And so I think his advice was great. Improve like one thing in every video. And that's how you make it.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I did see him talk about that on like one of the podcasts. He was literally just like, if you make 1,000 videos, you improve one thing every single video. Like by the end of it, the video is gonna be like kick-ass.
And I think it sounds really simple, because it is really simple. If there's one thing on your video that you can improve, just improve one thing. Don't say like, oh, I could have used better lighting. I could have, had the audio better. I could have made a cooler drink. Okay, well, in your next video, either make a cooler drink, work on the audio, just do one thing at a time. Because it is overwhelming to look at it and say, I could be doing all these things better. One thing at a time, and you'll be there before you know it.
Dude, I love that. The thing that's interesting is in the creator realm, people come and go. Like there was one girl, I'll just say it, Paradise Bartender.
Yeah.
Like, dude, she was like at like I think 1 million when you were just getting started.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is now like she's around the same, but her views have tanked. She rarely posts. Like what's the difference between you? Like you've been reinventing yourself, dude. Your Instagram blew up in the last 12 months. Like what's the difference between a creator that can stand the test of time versus someone who just falls off?
I think there's a couple factors that go into it, and it is kind of like that whole capitalizing on your audience and like knowing what they want. I follow so many of my competitors, everyone in this space so closely, especially when someone's blowing up. I want to see what they're doing and why it's working. And so, of course, I followed her content so well, but at the end of the day, there wasn't a lot of substance there. There wasn't something that she was really teaching people. She was making these super fun drinks in a time when people weren't happy. And then as life kind of like started getting better, COVID was, declining. People weren't just sitting at home looking for joy. She didn't really reinvent herself at all. She didn't move with the times. And if you look at like my content from, 3 years ago now, which is wild to say, it's not unrecognizable, but you can see like how much work I've put into making it better. Whereas there's other creators, you see that they've been trying to do just the same thing again and again.
Yeah. I am impressed. Like, sometimes just the way the algorithm works, you'll pop off the feed. I won't see you. Like, I'm not going to your page to see your content. Sometimes I will. Like, I'll think about you. But then when your stuff pops up, dude, I'll look at your page and I'll like go on like especially now your content's so I don't know what the word is. Like some people would say like ASMR. That's not exactly it, but it's like
aesthetically pleasing and just
very easy to consume.
Yeah.
Like I could see like how
I think it's very easy to binge. I see a lot of times when the longest I've seen is someone was liking my videos for 4 hours. And what's crazy to think is that I've recorded that much content, but it's cool to see that like someone like sat there and they would watch each video, like it, move on to the next one. And they weren't just liking every video. Like based on like the feedback I could see coming back, I was just like, wow, like that is so cool, but so insane. And that happens like pretty often that someone's just binging my content for that day.
Yeah, interesting. Like 12 hours later, they're just like still watching.
Yeah,
your
I was
stuff.
playing like Minecraft or something with my friends, and I'm like, man, this girl's been liking my videos for like an hour. And so we were like laughing about it, and then we were like still playing, and I'm like, I wonder if she's still still going. And then finally, after like 4 hours, this user was done liking my videos. They didn't even get to the end, which is the crazy part.
Do you know what they got to?
They were in 2020. I know they're getting close, and I'm like, damn.
They're like the content's getting worse. Like they're over.
Probably, honestly.
It's like slowly it's getting there. Like this guy actually sucks.
It's so funny because, like I was saying, I always think my content's top notch. But I remember in 2020, I was just like riding a wave. I was killing it for months and months and months, and then in like, I want to say October, probably September, somewhere around there, it just kind of like dropped off. And I couldn't figure out why. I'm like, my videos are so good. I'm putting great shit out there. People they just don't want to see it. TikTok doesn't like me right now. Blaming it on whatever it is, the algorithm, people, because it's not me. I'm not the problem. And then looking back on it, like 2 months later, I'm like, damn, yeah, I was just posting trash content. Like I wasn't doing my best. I was pushing out videos that I didn't even believe in. I just thought would get views. And yeah. It's definitely like a lesson because you cannot blame the algorithm. Yes, sometimes it's not going to be your best friend, but at the core, if you post something good, it's going to get the content and the views, and people are going to like it.
Wow, that's interesting. That's a big shift to take. It's like looking at the mirror and being like, "Oh, it's actually me. It's actually my fault."
Yeah, it's tough because it's so easy to just say, "Oh, views are down for the month. Like that's why." No, that's not why. Someone's getting those views. It's not that your views are gone. People are still online. Yeah, maybe a fraction less, but those views are just somewhere else.
There's a guy in like the finance YouTuber space named Meet Kevin, and I was watching a video of his, and he was basically talking about cancel culture, and he was saying how people get canceled, but he was saying like people don't actually get canceled.
No.
What happens is they cancel themselves because they lose the energy and the excitement and enthusiasm that made them entertaining to watch. Honestly. This guy should have been canceled by now. He's been through like multiple cycles of like what the heck, but he stays alive.
I think, I mean, cancel culture is so funny, but unless you're actually a terrible person, people will always overreact about something. But unless you're truly a terrible person, there is no cancel culture. It's just if you let it happen. Like if you're upset about your content and people are berating you, it's easy to like kind of back off and disappear. But if you're actually killing it, you're having a good time, and what you did wasn't that bad, you're going to be fine.
Yeah, I think just sticking with like creating content, maintaining the energy, like pushing through it. Because the thing is no matter how serious something is, most people won't even know about it.
That, and most people are smart enough to understand the situation. So many people online, you know, that are, it's like they say chronically online. So many people are chronically online, and they like find these problems that aren't real, but those people they weren't consuming your content to begin with, and they're not a view that you're losing or gaining.
We talked a lot about like kind of the types of content. A lot of it has been focused on short form content. By the way, what is your most like viewed or most viral piece of content?
My most viral piece of content
Was probably those nudes you took, right? That went.
I wish. Man, if I was making money on OnlyFans too. I want to say it's probably
Nuka-Cola? Was it those ones?
Yeah, I want to say it's the Fallout series. That's what's brought in the most both money and views to my page. Actually, it was so cool. I think I was actually telling you about it because it was just happening. But Bethesda actually reached out to me to promote one of their video games because they liked what I was doing. So that was really cool.
And that's the company that makes Fallout?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Did you end up doing it?
Yeah.
What was the like? What did you do for them?
So they had a new DLC coming out for their like Fallout 76, and I just made a drink based on the new DLC, and then another one based on the like regular base game. It was really cool.
That's cool. So, how does long form content fall into the game for you, and also like how do you perceive it in the world of content right now?
I think long form content is legit. Like that's obviously the holy grail. That's what everyone wants. And it's a tough thing to do because it sounds overwhelming. Like you have to capture someone for, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. But if you're doing something interesting, it's not going to be that hard. It's just all about tweaking it once you have your idea of what you want to do, I think.
So do you make long form content?
Here and there, nothing consistent. I think for me, the excuse I had for the longest time was that like I don't look good. I don't want to do it yet. And then
when you started looking good,
after that, it was like I don't have the right mic, and then I got the right mic, and then I'm like, well, my lighting's not there, and now my lighting is there. So now it's more about I'm a planner, so I want to make sure that I can pump out at least one long form video a week and be consistent. So at the moment, I'm looking at like the best series I've ever done, and I'm gonna make those all into like one baked video of long form content with me and my lovely face.
Nice, dude. I like it.
Yeah, and I want to talk more about like how I come up with the ideas, because in short form content, I don't really get the chance to try the drink. I don't really have a chance to explain, which I do in the comments. You'll see me fighting with everyone. They're like, what does this have to do with this? And I'm like, either A, it doesn't, or B, this is exactly why it has to do with it. So I would love to be able to talk about that more, and I think long form content's the way to do it.
What's interesting is I feel like right now everyone wants to be a creator.
Yeah.
It's like the creator economy. It's like the pinnacle of jobs.
Yeah, and it's so funny because, of course, being a TikToker, I consume TikTok content. I'm on there way more than I need to be. And I love seeing videos where people are complaining about views, because I end up watching them because I want to see what they have to say about it. And all the comments are like, yeah, my views are down. And I'll go check on like their profiles, and I'm like, it's all these like micro influencers, if you will, like 500 followers, and saying my views are down. And I'm like,
what views?
Where were they? Like, not to discourage anyone, but it's like, if they weren't there in the first place, you gotta either shift it or figure out what you want to do. You can't just be a creator. You have to do something.
Would you say that you could look at those pages and like pinpoint the things they're doing wrong?
90% of the time, yeah. I think the most important thing that a lot of people underrate is the hook. You have to have a good hook. Like, why am I watching this video? And so many people, I mean, myself included, I'll start a video off where I just you just want to kind of talk to someone, and that's not really how it works. Like you gotta grab them. You gotta like essentially grab them, shake them. This is why you're gonna watch my video.
What's an example of one that you do?
For me, I usually like bait people into the video. Like I'll say something like blasphemous, like this is why you're doing this wrong, or this is why this is the best drink ever. And so many people, they're like, well, this isn't going to be the best drink. They got to watch it. And then they, comment, this drink sucks.
Yeah, it's interesting how you're thinking about the mechanics of content. And I know there like the system's there, but you're thinking of it so like tactically that there's a reason for your success with it and why you've been able to get there.
Yeah, it's definitely I when I see like a viral video, I want to know why. And like I think about it in every way that I can. I see what other people are saying about it. Because so many people are like, well, this content sucks. That's why I don't get why it's viral. And I'm like, there's a reason. You just have to find it. Like just yesterday I was watching a video of another bartender. They're upset that this old-fashioned video had 15 million views. And they're like, it's a terrible old-fashioned. It doesn't deserve it. And I'm like, that's exactly why it got that many views. He recorded it so well. It looks like it's in like 4K. And he put like one little ice cube in it and said the ice was optional. And in an old-fashioned, it's really not. And that's what the comments are. They're like, that's way too strong. There's not enough ice. So other people are like, there's too much ice. It's like they got the algorithm. They got everyone commenting. They got the casual people watching because it's beautiful. They just checked all the boxes.
Wow. Yeah. I'll notice that like I'll go to the comments when there's something that for me is like kind of triggered me a little bit, and I want to see I want to be validated. Like, exactly. Does anyone else feel this way? And I see it, I'm like, yeah, I'm not the only one.
Right. And then they're all just going back and forth with each other because you can see the same comments so many times. It's not even that people, they don't even want to argue it. They just want to make sure that like they're getting it out there, that's how they felt about the video. Not that they're the first person to feel it. That's just, they want to share that's how they felt. Doesn't matter how many times it's been said.
Do you see everything that comes through? Like,
not so much anymore. I finally I just mute TikTok throughout the day. I can't keep up with it. It's not good for you. Cause like I was saying, it's like repetitive comments. I'm probably missing like some nice people here and there, but if a video's new, I try and like remember so I schedule everything now, which has been a game changer.
So you're not actually no one's hitting a button to say go live.
Yeah.
Okay. And on TikTok, you have to do that through desktop, right?
Yeah. So what changed for me was grabbing audio ahead of time so that I could schedule it, because on TikTok, you can't pick an audio through the desktop. So now I have everything baked into one video. And I'm using like my original audio.
Oh, so you download someone else's audio, you just keep it, and you don't notice any difference in your views?
No.
So, because I know sometimes people have talked about like, well, if you schedule it, it might get throttled.
Yeah, I've heard that, and as far as I can tell, I don't believe that to be true. I know it's so frustrating because obviously we'll never get the answers from these social media companies. Like Instagram says they came out and actually addressed like shadow bans, and they said they don't do it. And
which there's like no way.
Yeah, there's no way that like certain content like it's there's no way. So we'll never get like the answer on scheduling content. Like, does it? It's hard to say. Like, is my video bad, or do I want to blame it on something else? The way I see it is, even if a video that I'm so certain was gonna be great, if I'm that confident, I'll consider resharing it at a later date, and if it still tanks, I have to own it that was mine. But like 90% of the time, I just don't. I think it's the content. I don't think they're throttling it because you scheduled it. Why do they have the option then?
Yeah, true. Have you ever tried using like a third-party posting app, like a?
Yeah, I tried out it was called Metricool. It was nice, except if you're a creator account, you couldn't schedule on TikTok and Instagram, but a business account can, which I thought was bizarre.
And then with a business account, they limit the amount of sounds you can use, and like there's all these other things. We do post on all platforms. Up until recently, we were using TikTok's native desktop scheduling thing, but just to keep it easy, we put it all into one. We use something called Sprout Social. It's crazy expensive. It doesn't make sense unless you have like a lot of accounts and client accounts. But YouTube, oh my gosh, does it get throttled? Our shorts. If we're posting shorts on YouTube, we split tested a week of posting on through a third party app and a week of scheduling directly, and the week of scheduling from a separate app, most videos will get 1 view to 0 views on new channels, and whereas scheduling directly, you'll get some with a couple, some with hundreds, and a couple videos that get a few thousand, and the difference is like nothing.
So I did, like I said, I briefly used that third party scheduling app, and I think like looking back, I could have noticed like a slight drop off for different videos, but I used it so sparingly because I do think if you're scheduling it through the native app, that's so much better. So unfortunately, when I do schedule content, I'll sit back for like 3-4 hours, and I probably only schedule at max like 10 days at a time because TikTok only lets you schedule that many days out, or maybe it's 14. So I just sit there and I'll go from like TikTok's page to Pinterest. I actually post on there too.
Oh, how's that going?
I have like 300 followers, so I have like 40,000 monthly views, but I don't know. I'm already like shelling all this content out. Might as well throw it on another app, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's cool. 40,000 monthly. I mean, that's decent.
Yeah, I mean, it's something.
And I think the buying behavior of Pinterest people, I think it's a little bit different than a regular social app.
Yeah, it's a lot better for like blogs too. People love like backlinks on Pinterest are huge. So.
And then for posting on Facebook and Instagram, you just use Meta Business Suite, or do you?
Yeah, so I use the Meta Business Suite for Facebook, but then I'll schedule from my phone for Instagram.
Okay, and you can do that now?
Yeah.
For Facebook, I'm hearing a lot of rave about Facebook's re-energizing its Reels.
Not personally. I've had some decent content this year, but...
What do you think? How many followers do you have on Facebook?
I have like 11,000.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's okay.
For considering how much you have on other platforms, though, it's like...
Yeah, I would say Facebook is like the prime. Like they are the top of the top. Like if you're not getting engagement, they don't care if you could have a video. It's not going to happen. But with like 0 likes, everyone hates it. But you will get more comments on a Facebook video than on any other platform. Facebook is definitely the most opinionated social media.
Because it's just grannies.
Literally. It's just people who want to argue.
Cool, man. I got 2 questions left for you. One, why Sin City Bartender? This isn't a loaded question. I literally don't. I actually forget the origin of it.
Yeah. I mean, you came to me. You're like, let's film some videos, and I'm like, I don't like filming the content. Like, I don't want to make a video. And you're like, you do cool stuff. Like, let's film it. And so we did. And you were like, Sin City Bartender is such a good name. I'm like, there's no way that's not taken. And you're like, it's not taken. I'm like, there's no way. Like, I genuinely, it was into like posting like our third video, our second video, I think blew up. And I had asked like 100 times. I'm like, so like, are you paying to like promote this? Like, I don't really understand TikTok. Like, there's no part of me that thought it was real because I had such a great name. I was getting views. The content was cool, but like, I was like, so what is this? It's all just you own this app at this point. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, I didn't really want to go into the origin story because, dude, I really do see like you created it. Like I needed
the push. Like there's no way that I was ever gonna pick up a camera because that's not me.
But we sat there. We made. I think like it was the beer thing.
The beer.
It was the first video, and then we did like a Rona inspired thing.
Oh yeah, I had to put that on private. After people were getting so upset, I'm like, yeah, we're just gonna.
And then it was like crazy though. We're like. The first video, dude,
the rainbow
got
shots.
Like the rainbow shots got like 100,000 or something.
And it's so funny because my sister, I don't know if you remember, she was there while we were filming and kept screwing up.
Was she trying to pour?
No, she was just chilling on the couch, like watching us screw up.
Because like the shots kept not coming out right.
Yeah.
So we like kind of edited it so they looked more like
And we probably filmed like 7 times. I think I like ran out of like a whole gallon of orange juice. I'm like, fuck, like, we're running out. And then we finally got one that was close enough where the pour was okay, and then we just kind of added some better colors after.
Yeah, it's cool. And
actually, in my opinion, like looking back, changing those colors is part of the reason we did a lot of stuff right to go viral, because the video wasn't totally true, and that's what people love to fight about.
Yeah,
like,
they got triggered by it, right?
Yeah, because when we were pouring, I was just showing like, you're dumping this shit into the shaker, which is not how it works. You have to layer it. Like, that's not possible. When I did it, it comes out this way, that way, and I'm like, oh shit. Like, hey, it still tasted good. I hope.
Yeah, how did we pour the colors? Did we just
no, so eventually we did layer it right.
Oh, okay.
I just had a super shitty shaker at the time, so like it wasn't like your standard. I think I had a cobbler instead of a Boston shaker, and so it had to like just pour a little bit differently, and it was so frustrating to do. But then we finally got it close enough, and then after we just added better colors.
It's cool, man. All right, one last question. What I do on the show is the previous guest wrote a question for you.
Oh,
they didn't know who you were, and then you're gonna answer it, and then you'll write one for the next guest.
Cool.
So. All right, so, dude, why don't you read it out loud?
Yeah. All right. If you had to commit financial fraud, what would you do, and how would you get away with it? Well, shit.
Thanks, Spencer.
Yeah, Spencer, damn. Financial fraud. Shit. What would I do? I'm an influencer, so there's probably something I could do with that. Hype a whole bunch of people up on like an NFT or something, and then just scam them all. Not that I would do that. But,
coming in 2024.
But I feel like that's the easiest one. Influencers are usually schemers, so.
Cool, man. Dude, well, thanks for having us here. Even though you won't see it when they message you, how can people connect with you?
I actually reply to every Instagram DM unless it's something weird.
So no DPs.
No DPs, please. Wow. I hate it because Instagram, they put it on the images. This is concealed for your protection. I'm like, but what is it?
Yeah, so then you go through anyways, and you're like, I'm not again.
Can you blur it a little less? Like, just enough.
Just skin colored blurring only.
On a sidebar, I had this guy so upset one time. He was fighting with me in the comments, and I said something. I was just like, bro, it's just not that serious. Like, whatever the drink was, I don't know what we were arguing about. He messages me dick pics. I was like, bro, like, what was your goal here? Like, you have these saved on your phone? And then he blocked me. It was wild.
Cool, man. Dude, thanks for coming on. At Sin City Bartender.
Yes, sir. Or the Sin City Bartender on some socials. But you type Sin City, I'm coming up.
Good. All right, dude. This is fun.
Absolutely.